He's the one on the left. He's the far left one. Thanks for tuning in to KSL Outdoors. I'm Adam Eakle, and welcome to the beautiful, the famed Henry Mountains. You know, after 17 years, my buddy Brad Cutler, it's a guy you see on the show quite a bit. He takes us out walleye fishing, pike fishing down at Yuba. And you know what? It was just my pleasure to come out here and help him on his 17-year quest to bag a 200-inch deer here on the Henrys. Actually, though, our hunt started in August when we came down to start to scout.
Yeah, I came down on 4 different scouting trips and saw a ton of bucks. Boy, when they were in the velvet, it was just, there was bucks everywhere.
Located south of the small town of Hanksville, the Henry Mountains are made up of 5 peaks that stand high above the desert below. Brad's summer scouting focused on the northern 3 peaks, Mount Ellen, Mount Pennell, and Mount Hiller.
Mount Ellen by far had the most deer that I saw. Well, we just made one pass across the face of there and we probably saw 50 bucks one evening on a scouting trip. It was just unbelievable, the number of deer there.
So which one do you shoot? The one that I see closest first.
And while scouting in August, we actually ran into a friend of mine, Ash Jenkins, whose brother Brett has drawn an archery tag.
You guys took us over and put us on a couple you'd seen. Fortunately, you know, we thought, hey, all right, you know, maybe we got something going after all.
Colby Hunt had spotted this huge typical just before dark. The next morning, Colby and I took Brett over to where we'd seen the big deer in hopes of getting him a shot.
Me and Adam will stay here, watch him. You guys bust ass, run down there and get around there and come up through those rocks. And then we'll watch him and tell you where they're going.
He was a very nice deer. I would have loved to have got him. I mean, like I say, when we saw him, we said, oh, I'd be ecstatic to get that buck. Got us in on him once and didn't quite get close enough for a shot. And then the next morning, we couldn't find him either.
Couldn't find him early.
Couldn't find him early, and then Ash says, hey, I found another buck. A smoking buck, to use his exact words.
This is the buck Ash had found. It's a deer other archers in the area had nicknamed Lightning.
Yeah, Justin Bates and Wes Alexander, they found out we were after this deer and they said, hey man, we want to come down and help you out.
After 5 blown stalks, Brett's new friends were able to guide him right to this huge non-typical, where Brett made a perfect 25-yard shot.
I knew I hit him, but you never know.
Didn't know he was dead until we started yelling.
Yeah, I started walking up and then I hear this whoo, 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 whoo.
Brett's buck scores an impressive 226 with an outside spread of 34 inches. Opening morning has Brad, Colby, and I right back where we'd seen the big typical during the archery hunt. We looked high, we looked low, but we just couldn't find the deer where we'd left them a month earlier.
Yeah, we went to the horn and looked for him, but couldn't dig him out of there. I don't know where he's disappeared somewhere.
We didn't even hardly see a deer.
No, there was a bunch there earlier on in the year, and they've went somewhere else. Well, they've shed their velvet, so they've headed down into that rougher stuff.
Okay, it's the second morning. We're out here. Colby and I had hiked clear to the top up here to, if you can see it back up there, back up to where that ridge is up in there, and to look down for a particular buck that Colby had found. It took us about a half hour to hike in there while we were in there.
Hey guys, I found a shooter buck over here.
Brad called us and said he was down lower on his 4-wheeler, found a good buck that looks like it's got some extras and pretty heavy, so I just ran off the mountain. We're gonna run over there on the 4-wheeler real quick and see if we can help him out.
I was just coming up to where Colby told me to get, and I saw one running out of the corner of my eyes. They were about probably 500 yards away, and I just stopped and looked at it, and I saw one pretty good buck in there, one that I was willing to shoot. Then we just came over here and started hiking up the hill. Luckily we had some wind to kind of help us get around without the deer hearing us, because it's a rocky, noisy place up here.
Okay, we found one of the does and one of the small bucks. But we can't find the big one yet. They're about 300 yards.
For 30 minutes, we slowly work our way towards the 2 deer we've spotted. stopping periodically to glass the hillside, all hoping to pick up something in the brush that'll lead us to that big buck. And finally, out of the corner of my eye, I catch a deer getting out of its bed and laying back down.
We found these bucks. There's actually a 4-point, and then Brad likes the one with the inlines. They're bedded about 155 yards away. We're gonna try and get just a tidbit closer and get Brad a shot. That's a pretty nice buck. The problem we have is the 4-point is bedded looking right at us. So we're just have to do our best to try and get a shot without him seeing us. May not be the biggest buck on the mountain, but he's a pretty good looking deer. He's pretty unique looking. And with a muzzleloader, he'll be a pretty nice buck.
Brad and I figure this is as close as we can get. The range is about 150 yards, right at Brad's limit.
They still there? Okay, take a deep breath, find him, and squeeze one off.
The bucks still don't know we're here, but just as Brad is about to get a shot, the bucks rise out of their beds. It's now or never.
Take your time. Reload. So I don't know what he's doing. He's just standing there.
As Brad reloads, I'm able to look around him and see the deer still have no idea what's going on. Brad's just about to get another shot, and the big buck disappears into some oak. Deer 1, hunter 0.
Old Brad, he got a crack at that buck. He definitely didn't hit it, so we're going to keep on this deer. We might actually get another shot at him.
Yeah, they didn't know where we were, and the wind was howling so bad that, you know, I'm going to blame that shot on the wind then. I forgot about that.
Some of the bucks are bedded back down and tucked tight in some oak brush near where we last saw the big buck is a big buck nose. It looks like we found him.
We don't think he's hit. He went just a little bit further away, and now he's bedded back down, so we just got to get him to stand up. He's 150 yards right now. The buck's just sitting there chewing his cud. It's like he doesn't even know what happened. But as soon as he stands up, Brad's going to get another shot. Think you can make this shot?
I think I can. It doesn't mean I can.
It's starting to get cold up here. They better hurry up to stand up.
Brad decides to crawl a bit closer, and this time he's going to use my backpack to get a better rest. If you look close, you can see 2 small bucks bedded. The big non-typical is behind the dead cedar, bedded in the oak. Time seems to be standing still when finally the big 4-point stands up and rouses the big non-typical from his bed.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Get ready. Get ready. That's him in the front.
With the wind howling and the deer moving off, Brad has got to make this shot count.
Good job, Brad. You got him. He's going down. Game, set, match.
Yes.
What do you think?
That's fantastic.
Awesome stalk. Dude, you did awesome.
Not the biggest buck on the mountain, but I'm happy with him.
I am too. He's a pretty buck. He's got a neat inline. Enough TV stuff. You had fun. That was awesome, dude. I had a good time.
Hey, I appreciate you and Kobe, man.
That was fun. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Let's go check him out.
Kobe was watching the whole hunt unfold from down below. Brad and I decide to wait for him before we approach the buck.
Look at that character.
Wow. That's a beautiful deer.
That's cool. My goodness, isn't it?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Brad's buck is exactly what he was looking for. Old, with some trash, and is a very non-typical 8x8 with an outside spread of 27 inches. The buck stretches the tape to exactly 207.
I'd have never found this buck if it hadn't been for Kobe. I'd have never been even in this area.
I know I will most likely never hunt the Henrys myself, but to share it with good friends is just as good. Congrats, buddy. He is a beast of a buck.
He's ugly bugger, but he knows how to hunt.
That's no kidding.
Check out the character on that deer. How cool is that, Brad? Look at those eye guards.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, he's a neat deer, neat buck. I'll tell you what, the Henrys, the 17-year wait, was he worth it?
Absolutely worth it. I was either gonna, like I said, I was either gonna die with a bunch of points or die with a tag.